fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Washington football team. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
First down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
Carr's pass.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Washington.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, Carr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Eric Reed on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 44, Carr. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on first down is Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr going to throw deep for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Carr again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, one thing's for sure. When you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
The 37-yard line.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He was brought down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Mayfield off the play fake. And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
First quarter with this Washington 3, Browns nothing.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Austin His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Browns 7, Washington 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That good for 22 and a first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. Nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got to the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Ford. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
From the 25 on second down, Carr. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Kevin Pierre-Louis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Looking for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has retaken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes this Washington 10, Browns 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
1-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
4-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in touchdown, Cleveland. Terry McLaurin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
First down.
As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Carr. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Prince Amukamara.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out top.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
At the 15-yard line.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
3rd down.
Mayfield down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Chubb on the carry.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. We ain't giving up. Alert, 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 alert. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check, crunch.
Play fake, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Time to go right now. Run. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
On third down, Mayfield. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019, 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Parkey is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
And the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And we're back now here in Cleveland.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. So still 14 yards to go, second down.
Here's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Riley Harrison. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
With a man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On third and long, it's Carr. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
3 and out.
Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man.
30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 32-yard line.
Now Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Mayfield on play action. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
A gain of a yard.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a toss running left, Hunt. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.